This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, October 18th, 2018. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Annapolis Police arrested a barista from Zoo Coffee on Tuesday morning. An observing customer had called the police when they noticed that one of the employees was carrying a concealed weapon. Police arrived. They did find a loaded handgun on Robin Zuckerman, 22 of Annapolis, as well as handcuffs. He does face charges of carrying a handgun without a permit, and he was released yesterday on his own recognizance. Now, Doug Henderson, who's the owner of Zoo Coffee, said that he made a stupid mistake and, quote, he was just looking to protect the other employees here, unquote. I'm not sure how many armed robberies they've had, but I don't think it's been too many. Henderson continued that Zuckerman can continue to work at the coffee shop, but will be supervised more closely. The bridge over the creek on Governor's Bridge Road is coming to a head. The project has been years in the making, and last night, residents got a chance to weigh in on 6 different designs that were presented to reopen the bridge and move forward. Officials from Anne Arundel and Prince George's counties were on hand at the conference center in Bowie to discuss the 6 different design alternatives. And that single-lane bridge that connects both counties was shut down in early 2015 due to safety concerns. The plan tentatively is to have it reopened next year. Bad news for pumpkin farmers. Maryland farmers are saying that an unusually wet summer has pretty much drowned out the fall's pumpkin crop. Steve Weber of Weber's Cider Mill Farm in Parkville said that he doesn't know of any local farmers that are selling their own crops. Instead, they are importing them from other states and purchasing them from auction houses. Sort of takes a lot of the magic out of Halloween, if you ask me. Another farmer in Woodstock said that her crop only yielded 25% of what she normally plants. Navy football unveiled their Under Armour mascot-inspired uniforms for the Army-Navy game yesterday. And the uniform this year will honor the rivalry and draw on an emblem of the school's pride, the one, the only, Bill the Goat. The Navy Goat uniform tells the mascot and the academy story through an assortment of design details. The sleeves of the jersey are navy blue in color and feature 2 stripes on the outside with the Navy logo in the center. This color blocking look was inspired directly from the trim of the blanket properly worn by Bill the Goat. In addition, the goat is depicted on the sides of the helmet, charging forward and wrapped in its blanket. To match the jersey, the pants were designed on the same shade of navy blue with a stripe down the panel of the pants that features 6 distinct breaks. The same design is also echoed on the helmet, which is a nod to the school's history since the United States Navy was founded by Congress with 6 frigates. That's something new that I didn't know. And if you'd like to get some official Army-Navy gear, you can do that at underarmour.com. Here's a story that I absolutely love. Natural Light, the beer of every poor college student, is getting some criticism from Maryland's Comptroller Franchot. He's calling for an investigation asserting that large brewing companies have corrupted Maryland legislators with questionable contributions and favors. And this is all because they are selling a 77-pack of Natural Light, which was only available in College Park, Maryland, for a very specific period of time. Franchot said that big brewers like Budweiser, who are selling 77 cans of beer for 39 cents each to college kids, don't like craft brewers, and said that it was a stunt that promoted binge drinking among young people. While Anheuser-Busch, who was the parent company of Natural Light, had no official comment, Natural Light did tweet out yesterday, "Not breaking news. The 77-pack is officially sold out in College Park, Maryland. You animals." And at this time, it has been retweeted 243 times and received over 1,000 likes. And finally, as we wrap up, it seems that the Baltimore City Police Department has solved all of their woes and they have moved on to more pressing things, and that would be Saturday Night Live. If you saw Saturday Night Live last weekend, there was a sketch about 2 police officers which were sporting Baltimore City Police Department patches coming on to a traffic stop victim, if you will, who was played by Seth Meyers, a former member of the cast. In a letter to executive producer Lauren Michaels, the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge No. 3 President Gene Ryan said, "Some may think it's funny, and clearly you and your cast and crew do as well. We, on the other hand, believe that humor at the expense of our brave membership is not humor at all." Like they said in Stripes,
lighten up, Francis.
That is about it for the top news today. Please make sure you check back on eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. It is Thursday, so we have Trevor here with your Annapolis Maker Minutes. And of course, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast coming up in just a minute.
35 years ago, Annapolis became a fine dining destination when Carroll's Creek Cafe first opened its doors on the Eastport waterfront. Today, diners enjoy delicious new American appetizers and entrees from sea and land, an extensive wine and craft beer selection, and creative desserts, all while enjoying the most scenic views in town. Join the fun as Carroll's Creek celebrates with a very special 3-course, $35 anniversary dinner menu from October 15th to the 27th. Call 410-263-8102 to reserve your table today.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and here's your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, October 18th. Yesterday turned out to be great with plenty of sunshine that helped temps get into the upper 60s in spots around Anne Arundel County, with Annapolis hitting a high of 70 degrees. And while today will bring plenty of additional sunshine to the region, temps will be 15 to maybe 20 degrees cooler in most spots after a cold front moved through and allowed much cooler air to filter in from the northwest. And this back and forth trend between warm and cool air will likely continue for the next 7 days or so, with temps back near 60 Friday and mid to upper 60s Saturday with some early AM showers, followed by what will be most likely mid-50s and breezy skies on Sunday. And looking ahead to the end of the month, we could potentially see a fairly wet finish to October after what has been a pretty normal rainfall month on the whole so far. So stay tuned as we get into late next week for updates on this. Okay, that's it for today. Be sure to download our free weather app on all of your devices by searching the Apple App Store or Google Play Store for DC MDVA Weather so you can always stay weather informed, or follow us on our website at dmvweather.com or on Facebook or Twitter. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there despite a chilly, breezy day for all. But remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
Imagine your child saying, "Guess what I learned in school today?" At St. Andrews, it happens every day. We asked teachers why.
Our innovative educational approach spans indoors and out with challenging academics that inspire and engage.
In our small classes, we are able to find the learner in every child, from preschool to 8th grade.
See for yourself as St. Andrews hosts an open house at its Edgewater campus, Friday, November 9th from 9 to 11 a.m. or call 410-266-0952 today.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Makers Minute, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Tonight at the Walters Art Gallery in Baltimore, instructor Alejandra Martinez will teach a class about the history of sugar skulls and their place in Dia de los Muertos traditions. Also tonight at the Benjamin Banneker Museum in Ellicott City is the Geology of Oella. Martin Schmidt, author of Maryland's Geology, will discuss the rocks that form Oella in Ellicott City, as well as other interesting geological facts about Baltimore County. Advanced registration is required. There's a whole ton of stuff going on Saturday, starting with the Station North Tool Library in Baltimore having their Fix-It Fair, a free event open to the public where you'll find tools and materials to help you make common repairs to clothes, furniture, electronics, bikes, and more. Expert volunteers with repair skills in all kinds of fields will be on site to help assist people with repairs. Also Saturday is the Prince George's Fall Fest Food, Wine, and Music Festival, benefiting Concerts for Causes, which raises funds to give musical instruments to students in underserved communities. Saturday at the National Museum of Health and Medicine in Silver Spring is Mornings at the Museum. This program provides early access to the museum for families with children who have physical, cognitive, and/or sensory issues. Again on Saturday, in Ellicott City at the Benjamin Banneker Museum is Knitting, Technique, History, and Nature. Learn the basic knit stitch, fiber information, history, and environmental concerns related to textiles. You must bring your own supplies. See the website for the list of supplies needed. On Sunday, Mark, the Mid-Atlantic Amateur Radio Club, is having their Radio Fall Fest Vintage Electronics Show and Sale in Davidsonville. Check out collectors and vendors and vintage Art Deco radios, turntables, ham radios, military gear, and more. Boy Scout Troop 454 will be selling breakfast and lunch items all day. Also on Sunday is the Silver Spring Arts and Crafts Fall Fair. And finally on Sunday is Leaf It to Nature at the Irvine Nature Center in Owings Mills. Go on a nature hike to find out why the leaves turn beautiful browns and oranges in the fall. Tuesday at Goucher College in Baltimore is Code Girls, the untold story of the American women codebreakers of World War II, with author Liza Mundy. This lecture features stories from Goucher College's secret code girls. These women were selected in 1942 and 1943 to work on the top-secret mission of decoding the complex German Enigma code machine and other projects that helped end World War II. This week at Clay Baker's in Annapolis, on Sunday and Wednesday, is a painting workshop where you'll make a great pumpkin serving plate. This week at the Anne Arundel County Public Library System, on Saturday at the Crofton Library, is Orchids and Sowing Winter Seeds. An orchid instructor and master gardener will explain these exotic plants, giving tips on keeping them healthy and showing how to sow seeds in milk jugs for healthy seedlings in the spring. Also Saturday, and also in Crofton, is a science fair for young scientists of the future, put on by the Nature Science Honor Society from Arundel High School. Tuesday at the Deal Library is Pumpkin Palooza. Celebrate fall by learning the life cycle of a pumpkin. Explore preschool science activities while enjoying pumpkin-themed process art. And Wednesday at the Broadneck Library is STEM Stations. Learn about science through hands-on activities. Sunday at Greenbelt Makerspace is their free weekly cartooning and animation workshop. And Saturday at NASA's Goddard Flight Center in Greenbelt, join Goddard at their Visitor Center for International Observe the Moon Night, an evening of lunar science and exploration, free and open to the public. At Unallocated Space in Severn, Sunday is their monthly Crafternoon where they'll be making fairy wings, and Tuesday is Electronic Fundamentals with DC Circuits. At Pongo's Learning Lab and Coder Kids Club this week, tonight is their weekly Thursday Robotics Club Night, and at Annapolis Makerspace this week on Tuesday, you have our monthly general meeting and open house. Mondays are for woodworking. And you can catch me tonight and every Thursday night at Annapolis Makerspace on Renard Court for Electronics Night. I'll be posting links to these events on the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org sometime today. And whether you're making art, software sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
It's the Navy Football and Bud Light Golden Ticket Giveaway. Join Ion Annapolis and Navy Football this Saturday from 12:30 to 3:30 for a chance to win VIP Bud Light Golden Tickets to see the Navy midshipmen take on the Houston Cougars. 4 lucky winners will be selected for the ultimate Bud Light football fan experience. Come on out to Heroes Pub on Saturday from 12:30 to 3:30 for the Bud Light Golden Ticket Party. Bring some friends, make some new ones, because it's all about building friendships.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.